Hello guys, season 5 has finally arrived in game today itself with a new theme named as European Showdown. And with the new season comes in new nominating contract pack. And yes, another set of new nominating contract pack has arrived in this season named as End Season MVPs, which comes with a duration of 27 days and will expire on 8th June. Furthermore, the pack consists which includes 6 5-star cards, 3 4-star cards and 2 3-star cards. So in this video, I'll be helping you out with the progression points of all the players available in this pack, as well as my verdict on which players you should choose from this end season MVP nominating pack. Starting off with progression point, the first player will be Bernardo Silva. His best progression point without team playstyle boost would be this. With team playstyle boost would be this. And for the best stats, his progression point would be this. Talking about the next player, Moise Caicedo. His best progression point without team playstyle boost would be this. With team playstyle boost would be this. Third player from this pack, Goulet. His best progression point would be this. Next player, Hatate. His best progression point would be this. The next player, Kokchu, is a bit unique. You can give him offensive as well as defensive stats. So keeping his defensive stats in mind, the best progression point would be this. Ignoring his defensive stats and focusing on offensive stats, the best progression point for him would be. Next player is Martinez. His best progression point would be this. Our next exciting player is Nuno Mendes. His best progression point without team playstyle boost would be this. With team playstyle boost would be this. And focusing on his stats, the best progression point would be this. Coming to Pedro Goncalves, his best progression point without team playstyle boost would be this. With team playstyle boost would be this, and focusing on his stats, the best progression point for him would be this. Now coming to Nick Pope, the 198cm goalkeeper, his best progression point without team playstyle boost would be this. With team playstyle boost would be this. Now the second last player of this pack, Alexis Sanchez, his best progression point would be this. Finally, we come to the final player of this pack, Ole Watkins, his best progression point would be this. Now coming to my verdict, for this you also need to have some preference. First preference would be, when is your nominating contracts expiring? Second point would be, do you really need the players of this position in your main team? Keeping all these things in mind, my verdict on the best players from this pack would be Bernardo Silva, because of his positioning and the skills. He can play in multiple positions as well as various passing skills with a very good stats. My second pick would be young Nuno Mendes with a lot of pace, good stamina, decent defensive stats as well as good crossing ability. The third and final pick from the 5-star category of this pack would be Moise Caicedo from Brighton and Hove Albion. Very strong defensively, has very good stamina, good in passing, is overall a good player if you are a big fan of box-to-box type of players. Now my only pick from this 4-star category would be Kokchu from Turkey. Absolutely great stats and you can build him in 2 ways. He's an orchestrator card, so my suggestion for you would be to just go with his defensive stats. And from 3-star category, you have 2 players, Hatate and Goulet. Both stats looks quite decent enough for a 3-star category. Like it looks like an impactful stats on certain stats for these players looks a bit impactful. So but the drawback of these 2 cards are both are standard conditioning cards. So if your 3-star nominating contracts are expiring, then considering their stats, you can just pick. So with this, we come to an end with our choice and our verdict as well as the progression point of all the players of this pack. I hope you found this video to be informative and it will help you a lot in choosing the players as well as increasing their ratings and stats. So that's it guys from my side. Hit the like button as well as subscribe the channel. As it takes off. Peace out.